Okay, so to continue, there's a couple things I want to do before I start adding making the letters. First, I want to add a little bit of height and color for this. I want to do the lights for this part and this thing right here. I want to do that before I can make the text for it. So we're just gonna do that real quick. So I'm gonna go to my height folder that we did at the beginning, and I'm just going to any of these, and I'll make a new fill layer above it. And for this, I guess we'll call it logo. Let's see, logo, please. And I'm gonna turn off everything but height, and I'm gonna add a black mask, and let's add a fill. Let's see, I'm gonna go to my alphas and let's type rectangle. Yep, this will do. We'll drop it in here. And I'm going to go to my 2D view so I can see it. Make sure instead of repeat in UV wrap, I put it on none so that it doesn't keep tiling. And I'm just gonna scale it down. Let's see, where would this thing be at? What I'm gonna do, since I can't really see, I'm gonna just make a new layer really quickly, and I'm gonna give it a red color just so I can see what's happening here. Please load. I think after we're done with this, it's not showing up. I think after I'm done with this, I'm gonna put it on 2K so that I can see what I'm doing faster. Okay, I don't know why this isn't working. Whatever. We'll go back to the 2D view. Let's just find it. Here it is. All right. So I'm gonna scale it all the way down. Let's see. Something like this. I kind of want it to be in the middle of the screen. Kind of how it is now. And for hardness, let's see, we'll make it kind of hard. A little bit like this. I'm just gonna, I know I can squeeze it with this, but it's really not a problem. Let's see, this is fairly wide. So I'm gonna try to make the same thing. Yeah, we can make it longer. What is this? If you hold Control, it will scale it from both sides, both ends. So I'm holding Control. Oh, actually, I don't have my thing turned on. There you go. Now you can see what I'm clicking on the bottom left. Okay, yay. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I'm just gonna hold Control again and scale it up, down. And for hardness, something like this. Yep. Let's see if we go here and put down the height maybe by like -0.2. Yeah, that seems okay. And it's fairly in the middle. I don't understand why it's like slightly crooked, but that's okay. We're not gonna render it like right here, so it's fine. Maybe negative 0.1 would be better. Negative 0.05. Why not? Negative 0.1. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so what else? The lights. We kind of want the lights to be right above this. So let's do this. Let me put my reference right here like this, and I'm gonna make a folder, call it light dip, because we're gonna make this the hole first before we make the actual light itself. All right, and I'm going to turn off everything but the height and add a black mask, add a, I think we can do it with just a paint. Actually, before that, let me go back to my logo and add an anchor point, because we're gonna reference it later to give it color. All right, so back to my light dip. I think I'm gonna do it here. I'm not gonna go to the 2D view for it. I'm just gonna put my height down to like minus 0.2. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so let's see, it's a little bit of distance. Something like this. And if I hold shift, I'll redo it. Something like this. And I'm trying to calculate the distance for the text. Maybe I'll do that one first. So if I do it right here, should be fine. Maybe a little bit bigger. Yep. I click, I hold down shift and control, and I let go, and now I paint here. Perfect. All right, that should be good. And I'm gonna add a filter and add a blur, and I'm gonna lower it tremendously. Let's see, something like, yeah, something like this. Not too bad. Maybe 0.1. Yep, yeah, that's fine. And then I'm gonna put the light dip in a folder. Just call it light. There you go. And I'm just gonna duplicate this. Command D, duplicate the light dip layer, and we're just gonna, where is duplicate? Duplicate, there you go. That's not bad. Maybe I could go lower with the height. Maybe minus 0.4. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. Okay, so for my light dip, I'm just gonna rename it, call it light. And as you can see right here, it still has the previous mask that we did. So I can either paint with X or I can paint with the eraser to erase it. It's up to you. All right, now I'm gonna go back to my actual brush, and let's see, I'm gonna make this 0.2, the exact opposite. We'll see. So if I make my light like this, yeah, something like this should be okay. Yep. And right here. I think the bottom one could be a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna do that. Erase it and we'll stamp it again. I'm gonna go to my little preview off option and I'm gonna stamp it right here. Maybe that's slightly too big. Just a bit smaller. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm gonna hold Control and Shift, let go of it when I get to where I want to stamp it at, and click. Yeah, that's fine. Do I have space? I have enough space for this, for me to write this. Yeah, it should be okay. Yep. And maybe now I kind of want to, I'm just gonna erase these, make them a little bit better. Hopefully this is good. Yeah, this look good. And same as here. Yep, looks fine. Okay, so just putting my preview back up again from my brush, and I'm gonna make an anchor point. Let's see, is this too blurry? Nah, it's fine. Let's see, 0.07 maybe. I liked it how it was. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the folder that's containing this texture, which is the front outer, and I think above the roughness we'll do the lights, because there's nothing special about the lights, so we can just make a new fill, call it I guess they'll be both the same color. I'll just call it light for now. And I'm gonna make it in a new, put it in a folder, and I call it light. Yep. So for this, I'm gonna turn off everything but color and roughness, and I guess metallic as well. I'll give it just a slight bit of metal. I'm gonna add a black mask and add a fill. With this fill, I'm gonna call out the anchor point we did for it, which is light. There you go. Now you're starting to see it's giving some kind of whatever color we have here. And I'm gonna drag this here, and we'll take a nice red color from the reference. Maybe something like this is fine. And I'll do like 0.1 metallic. Yep. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see, maybe we could make it a little bit darker and maybe more rough as well. And let's see, 0.5, maybe 0.45, maybe 0.4. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. That's good. Let's see if there is dirt in it. I'm gonna go back to my to my first dirt layer we added. Where is it? Where is it? Dirt. Cavity. There you go. Yep, it has some. Wait, that shouldn't be part of it. We can take care of that later. It really doesn't matter right now. We'll have some overall dirt when we like almost done or about to be done, and it will do the same thing pretty much. All right. And what else did I say I was gonna do? The back. This thing right here. For this, I'm gonna go back to my height folder, make a new fill, call it back rectangle, and turn off everything but the height. I'm gonna right click, add a black mask, right click, add a fill. What's the rectangle I use for this? What is the rectangle? Let's see. Let's try open. Let's try square. This one. We can. I think we can use this. Again, same thing. Instead of repeat in UV wrap, we put it on none because again, we don't want it to start tiling. And I'm gonna go back to my 2D view. Let's see, it should be back here. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna scale it all the way down. Can't see it right now. Let me put on the height. I'll do again another like 0.2 because it's popping out. We need it to come out as well. Where is this? There we go. All right. Let's see, border width. Let's play around with that. All right, this already looks good. So I'm just gonna scale it. Let's see, how is this looking? It's almost right in the middle. When I'm scaling, I'm gonna hold control so it can move side to side. And then I'm gonna hold control again, scale it up and down. Maybe that's too much. I'm just gonna squeeze it. Does this look good? You can see there is a pretty big gap between this, so we kind of have to do the same. Maybe something like this. I really wish I think another way we could do this, let me see, hardness. Nah, I think it's not the hardness that I'm looking for. Let's look how it looks in 3D. It doesn't look too bad in 3D. We'll just give it some more width, maybe 0.04 or 0. Let's add a paint right above this. Maybe we can paint it in. I'm gonna go back to my 2D view. Maybe I can add just a little bit on here. Like so. Yep, looks good. And I'm gonna do the same for down here. Like so. Alright, perfect. Yeah, that's fine. And maybe just a little bit on this side. Alright. Looking good, I think. Yeah, I think this looks fine. And it should have some color. Do we want that? Yeah, I think I'll do the color right now, actually. So I'm gonna go back to my main box. Yeah, and then I'll do, where do I want to do that? I guess it don't matter. I'm gonna put it right above the noise. Actually, should I do it above the color? Yeah, I'm gonna do it right in here. I'm gonna rename the front plate folder. Let's see, what should I name it? I'll name it plates. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. So instead of base, I'm gonna name this base front, and I'm gonna make a new fill. Actually, I'll just duplicate it because they're about the same material. Duplicate. Where is it? Duplicate, and I'm gonna name this base back. Let's see, front plate. So as you can see right here, we don't have the what is it, the anchor point for this. So we're just gonna add a fill, but we didn't have an anchor point down here as well either. So what did we name it? It's not logo, it's back rectangle. I'm just gonna go here and make a new anchor point, and we go back up here and we find back rectangle. Where is it? This one. Alright, so here's the thing, right? We don't want the color to be on this. We kind of want it to be painted inside. So I'm gonna add a paint layer right above this, and I'm gonna just paint it in. Let me turn this off. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you the trick. Maybe we could go to 2D view to see it better. Now, don't mind going over the line. Yep, this looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the paint layer. I'm gonna put it on linear dodge, just so I can have the front side as well. Yeah, just like this. And now for the fill we have above it, we're gonna use that as like a border, or whatever you want to call it, to close off the color from spilling over. So I'm gonna turn it back on, and I'm gonna, instead of normal, I'm gonna put it on subtract. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna take this fill, it's gonna use that as like it's gonna subtract whatever is white from this fill layer to the layer below it, if that makes sense. So now we're left with this. And there's one last thing I want to do. Did I do it? No, but we can quickly do it. Okay, the last thing I want to do is I'm gonna make a new fill in here. I'm gonna call it antenna hole, and again turn off everything but the height. Put the height down to about -0.2 is fine. Add a black mask and add a fill, and I'm gonna, instead of square, I'm gonna find a circle. Let's see. This is fine. Border circle. That's fine. It will do. So I'm gonna go to my 2D 3D view and then go back to UV wrap, put it on none so it doesn't repeat. And I'm just gonna scale it all the way down. Like so. Keep scaling it. Like this. Let's see, where is the... It's the wrong one. It's up here. I'm just gonna keep scaling. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to give the illusion that there's a hole in here that the antenna's going inside of. Alright. So for my border width, let me lower it. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just put it really high up. We're not gonna see the middle of it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna scale it down like this, and I'm gonna put it right here and scale it up a bit. Yep. Maybe push it up a bit. Maybe one more pixel. I'm gonna scale it. Yeah, that's fine. Now you can kind of see that it's going somewhere, you know? It's not just... There you go. This looks better. Maybe the height is too much, but we can deal with that. Now I'm gonna duplicate. Right click, duplicate effect, and I'm just gonna push it up. I'm gonna hold shift. Let's keep pushing, hold shift. Maybe something like this. Yep, that works. Now from a distance you can see that it's going somewhere. All right, I almost want to give it a little bit of blur, but I think lowering the height is also fine. 0.1. Let's see. Yeah, even 0.05 maybe. No, that's too much. 0.07. Wait, no, I meant negative 0.07. Alright, sick. You can see it has the little edge highlight. It has the dirt going inside of it. Everything is looking good. So I would say next video we'll start yeah, I'm gonna give this the color. This the color and just a random color on here, just as indicator. So we'll do this really quick. Go to front outer, and I'm gonna make a folder called logo. Let's see, base, put it in a folder, call it logo, and as base, let's see, where is it? I'm going to turn off everything but color and give it something like this. Alright, so in the folder, I'm gonna make a black mask, add a fill, and let's see, what did we name it? Logo. We name it logo something. Where is it? Logo mask. Here we go. Maybe it's too dark. We'll give it just a little bit of something like this. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Yeah, so the reason why we make the fill or the mask onto the folder is because everything in this folder is gonna be restricted to this spot, so that we don't have to keep making masks and stuff. Yeah, that's it. And for this, I'm gonna make a quick folder again, and the fill, I'm gonna name it dials. And I'm gonna give it a black mask, add a paint, and I'm gonna press forward to my selection mode, and I'll just select this, select everything. Let me give this the color so I can see what's happening. All right, I'm gonna select this, and for this part where it's gonna have the text, I'm gonna give it a different color. So I'm gonna just duplicate this, name it, it don't matter right now. I'll just give it a blackish, maybe blue, so I can see it better. And I'm gonna add a black mask, add a paint, and instead of polygon, what is this, mesh fill, I'm just gonna use a UV chunk, and then select this UV and this UV. Alright, now I'm ready to export to Illustrator, and then we can start doing the letters. Should be fun. So I'm gonna go to File, Export Textures again. Now instead of dilation infinite, I'm gonna do no padding, because I don't want the dilation to confuse me when I'm doing the letters. So it's gonna be no padding, and yeah, that'll be fine. And instead of metallic, normal, and emissive, I'll just export the color right here and export. So yeah, see you in the next video.